Good morning, everyone, and welcome to beautiful Des Moines, Iowa, and the Certified Piedmontese Ironman Des Moines. My name is Tom Zebart. I'm one of the race announcers. The lead race announcer, the main race announcer, is the voice of Ironman, Mike Riley. And he's going to be here tonight for the opening ceremony. So you don't want to miss that. It's by 5:30 tonight, opening ceremony right here. Lots of great presentations, so you don't want to miss that. And then tomorrow is a big day with Mike check-in and all that good stuff. Also, Mike is actually here right now. He's over at the Fond Memories graphics booth. That's at that black tent over there. And he's signing his book, Finding My Voice. So if you want to meet him, he'll be there most of the day. All right, I'm going to go through the information from the athlete guide and talk about different things about the course and logistics, those type of things. And if you have any questions whatsoever, make sure you save them for after the presentation and come on up to the stage afterward and I'll answer any and all questions, all right? Because we want to make sure you're ready for your race on Sunday. First question I'm going to ask you is how many first-time Ironman athletes we have in the crowd? Raise your hands. Give them a big round of applause. They've done their work. They're ready to go. They're going to become an Ironman on Sunday. So good luck. And congratulations on getting this far. That was the hard part. Sunday's the easy part. All right. Like I said, tomorrow's a busy day. We got lots going on. We have a practice swim tomorrow morning out at the site. That starts at 7:30 and it goes till 9. Okay? Now this is only for athletes entered in the race on Sunday. All right, so your coach can't come out, your family can't come out and swim. Only athletes with those green wristbands on. And also, you have to bring the timing chip that you're going to use on Sunday. You have to bring that with you tomorrow morning if you want to do the practice swim. All right? If you have both of those items, the wristband and the timing chip, you'll be allowed into the practice swim. Okay? If you only have one of those items, you will not be allowed into the practice swim. If you have neither of those items, for sure you won't be allowed. But you have to have your timing chip. All right? So take that with you. And also, it goes till 9 o'clock, but we won't let anybody in the water after 8:45. All right? So try to get there 7:30, at the latest 8:40, because we'll allow the last swimmer in at 8:45, and everybody has to be out of the water by 9. Okay? That's the practice swim. All right, and you can park at both Grays Lake Park and at Waterworks Park to do that practice swim tomorrow morning. Also tomorrow at 10 o'clock, we have Iron Kids event at 10 a.m. You can sign up for that today at the Iron Kids tent. We still got lots of openings. It's going to be a great morning for the kids. We have a mile run, a half-mile run, and my favorite, the toddler trot, which is just basically the length of the finish line. So lots of fun at 10 o'clock, and that's over at Principal Park. That's where the Des Moines Cubs play. It's about half a mile from here. All right, that's at 10 o'clock. So you can park right at Principal Park, and we got lots of volunteers. It'll be a lot of fun. The start and the finish are right next to each other, so you don't have to move very far to take those pictures of your kids. Okay, all right. And then the big thing tomorrow is the mandatory bike and gear bag check-in tomorrow. All right, that starts at 10 and it goes till 5. And you were given a time ticket at registration to tell you when to do that. All right, so make sure you come during that time slot to check in your bike and your 2 gear bags. I'm going to go through the bags in a little bit, but the red and the blue gear bags have to be checked in tomorrow during that time when you check your bike in. And I'll go through those bags in just a little bit. So tomorrow there is no shuttle service. So you have to get out to the park by yourself. Okay, there will be parking both at Grays Lake and at Waterworks to get your bike into transition and your gear bag. So there's no shuttle service at all tomorrow for bike check-in. All right? Okay, so let's talk about race morning and where you're going to park. There's no parking at Grays Lake or at Waterworks Park on Sunday. All right, so don't attempt to go out there and park. Actually, don't attempt to go out there and be dropped off, because you cannot do that. All right, you have to park either here or near the Bell Street parking. Okay, the shuttles will start running early in the morning, and there's free parking down here. The meters are free on Sunday. Lots of parking garages. Okay, and the shuttle service that starts at 3:45 a.m. will be free for athletes and spectators, and it will take you from down here to the transition. Okay, now the reason we want you parking here is because you end up here. Okay, after the race. Actually, the finish line's about 2 blocks that way toward the big high V over there in the street, and then you're gonna walk here after the finish line, because this is where athlete food is, and your morning clothes bag will be here, and the shuttles will leave from here to take you back to get your bike after the race. Okay, all right, so shuttles in the morning, they're going to drop you off, you and spectators, at the at T2, and then you're going to walk to the swim start. Now the shuttles will run all day for spectators. Okay, the only place they won't drop off after about 2 or 3 o'clock is the Bell Street parking lot. Okay, they'll come back here, but the Bell Street parking lot's really only about a mile away. So if you park there, you can walk there after the race. And also after the race, when the shuttles leave here to go back to the transition, you can put your bike on those shuttles to come back here to get your car. All right, so the shuttles will take the bike after the race and bring you back here to get your car. Okay? Probably the most important thing is to talk to your family members and your friends about where you're going to park. Okay, scope that out today or tomorrow, which parking garage or where at, and then have that plan with your family of exactly what they're going to do. Okay, they're going to come back here, watch you finish, and then everybody's going to go back and get the bike, whatever. The one really nice thing we do for you is we give you a checkout ticket in your packet, and you can give that checkout ticket to your family member or friend, and they can go back to the transition and get your bike and your gear bags and bring them back here after the race. Okay, so they can do that for you. They can go back and bring your bike back on the shuttle, and then once you finish, you're done. You don't have to go back there and pick up all your stuff, because your friend or your family did that. All right, so figure all that out and get ready for a busy day on Sunday morning getting down there. Okay, and again, the shuttle maps are up here. If you have any questions about shuttles, save them for after the race and I'll explain it all to you again. Okay, all right, so you get down there, you shuttle down there, and you're going to go into the transition. All right, and when you get into transition, you're going to go check your bike out. All right, because you put it in there on Saturday, and you pumped your tire all the way up to race pressure on Saturday. You do that so that you know that that tube is good. Okay, do not worry about taking air out of the tire. It's not going to get hot enough to pop overnight, and if it does pop overnight, you had a bad tube anyway. All right, so we'll fix it in the morning. So pump up that tire all the way to race day pressure on Saturday, and then when you get there, test it. If it lost a little air, you'll pump it up. Okay, but do that on Saturday. And then when you get there, check your bike. You can add nutrition to your bike on Saturday morning. You can also add things to your gear bags on Sunday morning. Excuse me, Sunday morning. So when you get there, if you don't want to leave your food in your gear bags overnight, you can add things to both the run and the bike bags, which are already there on Sunday morning. Just give yourself time to do that, because you got to get there, check out your bike, and then get to that swim start pretty early. We're going to close the transition about 5:30 to get everybody down to the swim start. So it opens at 4, and about 5:30 everyone should be out there. It's funny, all the sometimes the race director will tell me in the morning, you got to tell the people to leave. You got to get them to going. And I say to myself, well, if I don't tell people to go, they're still going to go, because they want to do the race. So you won't hear me being too mean to you on Sunday morning, because I know you want to get there. All right, now you have 5 bags. 2 of them are mandatory. 3 of them are optional. All right, let me go through the mandatory ones. That's the bike bag and the run bag. The reason they're mandatory is because you don't leave anything at your bike. You know, a lot of us are used to triathlons where you put everything below your bike and you just go to your bike and change. You don't do that here. You get a gear bag, all right? And those gear bags are placed right between the swim finish and the change tent before you go to your bike, all right? You never leave any bags at your bike. The only thing at the bike is nutrition and things on there, okay? So the blue bag has your cycling gear. Anything you're gonna wear on the bike, you put in that blue bag and you take it to the transition tomorrow and you place it in the bag area where the blue bags go. All right, now tomorrow you'll see where that is. When you check your bike in, the volunteers will show you where the blue bags go. They're gonna go in sequence of number. So if you're like number 150, the line might be 125 to 175, and you'll put your bag in that line, okay? So that's why you know where it's at, all right? There'll be numbers on the lines. When you leave the water, you're gonna come up to those bags and pick up that blue bag, and you're gonna take it into the change tent. You're gonna take all your cycling gear out, and you're gonna put that cycling gear on. You're gonna take all your swim gear, including that wetsuit, and you're gonna put it in that blue bag. All right, and then you're not taking that bag to the bike. You're gonna give it to the volunteers who are gonna put it back in place. So all your swim gear now is safe in your blue bag, okay? And then you go to your bike. Same thing with the run bag, the red bag. That's a mandatory bag. Put all your run gear in the red bag. So your shoes, your visor, whatever you're gonna wear on the run. Socks. And then also that paper number, real important. The bib number is really important because you gotta wear that on the run. Now some of you might have the belts where you can, you know, move the belt and wear it on the bike and the run. You can do that. You don't have to wear it on the bike, but you do have to wear it on the run. So make sure that paper number is in that red bag. Now when you come back from the bike is when you're gonna get that red bag. Now what's really cool is when you get back from that 112-mile bike ride, you don't have to go and rack your bike because you're gonna hand your bike off to a volunteer called a bike catcher, okay? And they're gonna go rack your bike. So you don't go to your rack, nothing's there, all right? And then you're gonna go to the red bag area. And you're gonna pick up that red bag, you're gonna run into the change tent, you're gonna put on your run gear, and you're gonna put all your cycling gear into that red bag. And then give that bag to the volunteers on your way out to the run course. And they'll put the red bag back in its spot. All right? Now, if you want to, you can leave your helmet strapped to your bike, that type of thing. You don't have to put your helmet in the bag. You can leave your shoes clipped on the bike, that type of thing. But make sure that everything is secure when you give that bike to that bike catcher. And then they will take care of it for you. And it'll be racked at your rack when you get back after the race. So those two bags are mandatory, red and blue. Make sure your number's on them. I would actually take a Sharpie and write your number on the bag in case that sticker falls off, if it gets wet. The other three bags are optional. Okay, now I'll give you the reason why they're optional, because you don't have to use them if you don't want to. The morning clothes bag, it's clear. Okay, you're gonna take that all the way to the swim start on Sunday. Don't take it tomorrow, all right? Sunday morning, you're gonna put in that bag whatever you wore to the race that you're not racing with. Because remember, you can't leave anything at your bike, all right? So those shoes, the flip-flops, the sweatshirt, whatever you wore to the swim start, you can put it in that bag and give it to us. And that bag will come back here to the finish line area, the food area, after the race, okay? Probably over there by those tents, there'll be a corral set up with volunteers. So you pick that up here after the race. The reason it's optional is how many of you are going to have family members come watch you swim? All right, a few. All right, what you can do is you can give them the bag, and then they watch it for you the whole day. They got something to do. All right, and then they give it to you after the race. All right, makes them feel important. All right, so those are your two options for the morning clothes bag. The fourth and fifth bag are called personal needs bags. All right, now those are optional because you don't have to use them if you don't want to. Personal needs bike and personal needs run. You're going to bring those on Sunday. Okay? You're going to take them on the shuttle bus with you. And you're going to drop them off when you get to the transition at these 2 spots. Now, the bike one is going to be really close to the transition. There'll be a big truck there, there'll be volunteers, and we're going to give those to the volunteers. They're going to take those bags out to mile 56 on the bike ride. Okay? And you're not getting anything back from the personal needs bag, so don't put anything valuable in there. All right? I always put a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in mine, because they don't serve peanut butter and jelly sandwiches at the aid stations. Can you believe that? So, anything you put in there, if you don't use it at mile 56, it gets thrown away or donated. All right? It does not come back. So don't put anything valuable in your personal needs. So the bike one you drop off right near transition. You can do it before you go to your bike, or you can do it after you go check your bike on your way to the swim start. Now the run personal needs is going almost to the swim start with you. All right before you get to the morning clothes bag drop off area, you'll see on your left hand side an area for the run personal needs. It's right along the path to the swim start. That's because that's where it's going to be placed. It's at mile 9.3 and then mile 18, so you go by it twice, or mile 19 about. You're going to put that bag there, and you're going to get one shot at it. So if you use it at mile 9.3, you don't get it at mile 19. If you don't use it at 9.3, you get it at mile 19. All right? And on those personal bags, the volunteers will do their best to give those to you. They'll be yelling out numbers and things like that, but in most cases, you'll have to stop and go into the line to pick up your bags. Remember that, especially on the bike, okay? So that's the personal needs. And again, that's optional. You don't have to use the personal need bags if you don't want to. All right? There's lots of stuff at the aid stations that will get you through to the end of the race. All right, so those are the 5 bags. Remember, the 2 mandatory ones, red and blue, go with you tomorrow. The other 3 bags come with you on Sunday and go all the way to the transition. All right. We have some great bike techs here. All right, play try. If anything is wrong with your bike today, get it in today. All right, check it. Have them check it out. Make sure it's race ready. All right, they'll be there Sunday morning in transition to do minor things, but they're not going to overhaul your bike on Sunday morning. Okay, so get it checked out before you go out there. Also, they're not going to pump up tires because we got lots of pumps in the transition. Notice they're clapping over there. They will have a compressor, barely, but they're going to be working on bikes, so don't expect them to pump up your tires. Like I said, pump up your tires today, tomorrow, and leave it in there overnight. It'll be fine in the morning. All right, but if you do need to pump up your tire, we got lots of pumps along the fence line. Okay, take your bike over there, pump up your tire, and take it back to the rack. All right. If you want to bring your own pump, you can, and you can put it in your morning clothes bag, or give it to your friend or family. All right. Ironically, we do not buy pumps. We have like 40 or 50 pumps on each of our trailers, and we got 4 sets of trailers. Guess where we get our pumps? We get them from you guys, because you leave your pumps after the race. So, if you want to leave your pump, feel free. It'll end up at Ironman Lake Placid or some other nice race, all right? But we do have plenty of pumps, okay? All right. So check out your bike, get ready to go, put your nutrition on there, add things to your gear bags if you want, and then get to the swim start. All right. Water temperature this morning was 73.7. So it went actually down a little bit from yesterday, or 2 days ago. We expect it to be right around there on race day. Okay? So that means wetsuit legal for you guys. Bring that wetsuit. I'm 100% sure of this. If you don't bring a wetsuit with you, you will not wear a wetsuit. All right? I know that for sure. So bring a wetsuit. And you can, if you don't want to use it, if you think the water's too warm, bring it anyway, and then just leave it with your morning clothes bag. Okay? You're going to walk to the swim start. You're going to have that timing chip around your ankle. Very important. That timing chip is connected to the Tracker app. The Tracker app is a fantastic app. It lets your family know exactly where you are the entire day. Every time you go over a timing map, Now, this swim is very unique because you actually go on dry land a couple times on each loop, and there'll be a timing mat there. And also, we're going to have a timing device out in the water on the one loop, the one straightaway that you'll go under. So it's like an arch out there, and you'll go under it, and it'll time you. So you'll actually have 4 timing devices in the water before you exit. So your family's going to know exactly where you are in that water and how fast you're going. And then when you get out, they'll know when you get out. On the bike course, we got about 7 or 8. Okay, so mile markers, and let them know where you are and how fast you're going. It gives them your average speed. And then also it estimates your time of arrival at the next spot. Okay, so then they can figure out when you're going to get back to T2. Same thing on the run. 7 or 8, actually it's 3 loop runs, so there might be like 15 times where they see you. Now the important thing is that timing chip that we gave you has all your race information on it. Your name, your division, and all that stuff. All right, if you forget that chip and we give you a new one, because we will give you a new one on race morning, the new one's not going to have all that stuff till after the race. All right, so your name won't pop up on the tracker if we give you a new chip. Okay, just a number will pop up. So make sure you bring that one that we gave you. All right, also at the swim start, they're going to have toilets there. Lots of athletes will be standing in line in transition at the 1 or 2 toilets in transition, and wondering why there's a big line, because there's no toilets. All the toilets are at the swim start. So get out of that transition and go to the swim start. There won't be any lines there. All right, we'll have a water station. We'll have morning clothes bag drop off, the run personal needs bag drop off, and the special needs table at the swim start. Now that's for prescription glasses, inhalers, something that you need at the water's edge. Because it is about a half a mile run from the water's edge to the transition. So if you need to see where you're going, put those prescription glasses at the swim start table, special needs table, and then it'll be transferred to the swim finish table right as you get out of the water. All right, the volunteers will put it in a baggie, put your number on it, and then don't forget it at the swim finish, okay? Don't run all the way to the transition without that item that you put there. Okay. Professional men are going off at 5:30 a.m. This is an early one. Mike Riley and I were talking earlier. This is like the earliest we ever had to get up. But that means we're going to be done earlier too. 5:30 men, 5:37 the professional women, and then at 5:45 you guys are going to start. Now, not all of you are going to start at 5:45. About 3 to 5 of you will start, and then every 5 seconds, another 3 to 5 athletes will start. So we expect to have everybody in the water within about 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, you'll be in the water. So between 5:45 and 6:15, you're going to be starting your swim. All right? This is a rolling start, time trial start. You're going to decide when you want to start. All right? There are no divisions, there are no age groups. Everybody starts when they want to. We're going to help you out though. We want you to start with athletes that are swimming your speed. All right, so first in line, there's going to be a volunteer holding up a sign that says 1 hour and under. All right, raise your hand proudly. You're going to swim 2.4 miles under 1 hour. Who's going to do that? Here. All right, right here. All right, we take pictures and I check after the race. All right? Make sure that guy goes under 1 hour. So he's going to be first in line. All right, next is going to be the 1 hour to 1:15 groups. Anybody in that? 1 to 1:15, a lot of you. All right, a lot of you will be in this group, 1:15 to 1:30. All right, that's the biggest group, 1:30 to 1:45 and so forth. I'm going to shout out where I would be because I'm pretty proud of this. The last sign, 2 hours plus. Who's with me? We have a fun time. All right, me and you, buddy, me and you. After you guys go through all those run aid stations, we take all the leftover gels and bars that you guys left. It's an expensive race. I'm taking it all home. All right. So, put yourself in a good spot and swim with athletes that are swimming your speed. Because if you go early, those athletes behind you, they're not really nice because they're faster than you and they're going to swim over the top of you. All right. This is a very unique swim course. When I first saw it, I'm going, wow, this is the first time I've ever seen this. You guys are going to keep every buoy on your left. All right, let me say that again. Every buoy's on your left. The red buoys are turn buoys. You mean when you get to the red buoy, which way do you turn? Left. You guys are going to have a great time. All right, you're going to go out, take a left-hand turn. There's a long section. All right. On that long section, there's going to be an arch that you're going to go under, and that's a timing device. All right. Everybody's got to go under that, and you will. And then you get to the far end, and you'll see two red buoys. Take a left-hand turn on each one, and then you're coming back I guess with the front side or the other side, the other long section. And right in the middle of that long section, there's land. It's the peninsula. I went out and looked at it yesterday. It's got a little bit of grass on it, but they're going to put some carpet, and there's some fencing there. And so you're going to get out of the water and run over this peninsula, and then run back into the water. It's really cool. And there'll be a timing mat there, so we know that you went that way. All right? And so you're going to get out, go back in, and then you're going to start swimming again. And then you're going to go on to your second lap. All right? Don't go to the finish line after one lap, because we'll know. Because you only did the one lap. So you only have 3 times on your thing. Plus you'll have set the world's record for a 2.4 mile swim. So do your second lap. All right? On your second lap, again, you'll go underneath that other timing mat and the arch in the water, and then you'll come back to that same spot on the peninsula, run over it again, and then you get back in the water. And then you're going to turn to the right a little bit and follow that into the finish. Now, if you decide to do 3 laps on the swim, you're not going to get disqualified, but you're going to do a really long swim. So don't do 3 laps, all right? Do 2 laps, okay? Very unique swim, and it's going to be exciting because we get to see exactly where you are and how fast you're going. All right, wear that wetsuit. Again, wetsuits are going to be allowed with that temperature. You don't have to wear a wetsuit though. But at that temperature, the neoprene booties are not legal. It has to be below 65. So if you wear neoprene booties, you're not eligible for awards or slots, okay? The neoprene caps are always legal, no matter what the temperature is. If you want to wear a neoprene cap, go ahead. Just wear our cap over it, okay? All right, anytime during the swim, if you have a problem, raise your hand. We'll have a water safety person to you. Kayak, paddleboarder, they'll come over. You can rest with them and then continue on, all right? The reason we don't want you swimming inside the buoys is because those water safety personnel are located right there along that line, so they can get to people on the course. So if you swim inside the buoys between the red ones, you're gonna run into boats and kayaks, all right? And you'll have to go around them. All right, you come out of the water and you're gonna come up the path. And again, it's about a half a mile. Check this out tomorrow when you check your bike in. Walk down to the swim start and see how far it is, okay? It is a long way, it's about a half mile. Now, right at the water's edge, before you get to the road, there are gonna be a bunch of volunteers yelling at you, screaming at you to come to them. They're the Wetsuit Peelers. All right, they're gonna help you out with your wetsuit. They lay you down on some carpet, get that wetsuit off you. Very important, do not forget your wetsuit. Take it with you. The volunteers do not want your wetsuit, all right? Take it with you, take it back to that change tent, put it in the blue bag. Okay. Some athletes after yesterday's meetings asked me if they could place a pair of shoes along the route from the swim finish to the transition. And there is no safe spot for that, but if you want to place a pair of shoes along there, you may do that, but there's no guarantee that they'll be there when you get out of the water, okay? Because that athlete that was 5 minutes faster than you, they saw that really nice pair of shoes that looks like it fit them, and they put them on, and they used them, all right? So remember that. Okay, you're gonna get to that change tent, you're gonna put your cycling stuff on, and then you're gonna give that bag with all your swim stuff in it to the volunteers, and then you're gonna head to your bike. Sunscreen. We used to have sunscreen volunteers that would lather you up with gloves and everything. We don't do that anymore. We give you a little mustard packet of sunscreen that you put on yourself, all right? And then you're gonna get to your bike, and you're going to walk and run your bike to the mount line, the mount line where it says bike start. Do this again tomorrow. Check that all out, where your bike is and what the fastest way to get to that point is. All right, walk that so that you know where you're going. After you go through that arch, you'll see an orange line on the ground. That's the mount line. That's where you get on your bike and head out for your 112-mile bike ride. One loop bike ride. You know, we used to do a lot of those. This is very unique. We don't have many of these left. Usually they're 2 laps. I think Ironman Canada, Penticton, and this one are the only 2 on Kona. 112 miles. Got lots of aid stations out there. Roads are in pretty good condition. The guy's been out there patching and marking, so any potholes will be either patched or marked with orange spray paint or tape. And then also all of the turns are marked with orange arrows. Okay? Now on Sunday, race day, there'll be signboards out there also at the turns, so you won't get lost. Okay? Now, the bike course also has some rumble strips on it. These rumble strips are on roads that tell people to slow down, or there's a stop sign coming up. And I'm going to give you the mile markers for these rumble strips because you got to go over them. All right? Mile 26, mile 36, mile 63, and mile 68. Rumble strips. And the guy said that they're not like the real easy rumble strips. These are pretty deep rumble strips. Do not be in your aero bars at those points. They are straightaways, all right, and they're really short, but they will jar you a little bit. 26, 36, 63, and 68, all right? Also remember the bike course, people live on this bike course, all right? There's houses, there's driveways, and on Sunday morning, somebody's gonna pull out of their driveway and they're gonna go to church. And they're gonna wonder, what in the world are all these bikes doing out here? Maybe all these bikes they're going to church with me. Nope. They're in a race. So those people in their vehicles will be on the road with you for a while. And when they get to an intersection where the policeman is, the policeman will help them get to church and help you guys go on to the course. But be careful at all times. Always keep your head up and watch for vehicles and each other. All right? Especially at the aid stations. Aid stations about every 15 miles on the bike. Most of our bike-on-bike mishaps happen at aid stations where athletes touch each other's wheel. Not a fun thing. Be careful, talk to each other, slow down, keep your head up at the aid stations, all right? All right, the aid stations, every 15 miles on the bike, they're always on the right-hand side, and they're always the same sequence. Water is first. It's in a sport top bottle. So right before you get to the aid station, you'll see a sign that says get rid of your garbage here, throw your bottle off, your empty bottle, and then get a new bottle of water. Second station is the Gatorade in a sport top bottle, Gatorade Endurance. That's the orange flavor on the bike. The third station are the food products. Okay, that's the gels, Mortine gels, the bars, the bananas, and all that good stuff. All right. And then you'll have a second shot at Gatorade and a second shot at water. Remember, the volunteers are going to hold that out for you, but you got to slow down. Okay, don't expect to go through there at 25 miles an hour and grab a bottle from a volunteer. All right, let them know that you're coming, ask for it, and then slow down and grab it. Now, if you want to, you can stop. Not a problem. We got bike racks at the aid stations. At the end of each aid stations, there are porta-johns. All right, and there's bike racks next to those porta-johns. So make sure you use those porta-johns if you have to go to the bathroom during the bike course, okay? All right, penalty tents located at mile 42 and at the end of the bike ride, okay? Ron's over here. Wave at everybody, Ron. Ron's our head official. Give him a big round of applause. He's got a rough job on Sunday. Got to ride a motorcycle for 114 miles, and we'll watch you, all right? I think he's got about 11, 12 officials, right? They'll all be out there. And if they show you a card, a yellow or a blue card, that means you did something wrong. All right? All the rules are in the athlete guide. So you were blocking, you were drafting, you were littering. So you got to go to the penalty tent if they show you a card. If you don't go the penalty tent and you are shown a yellow or blue card, you're disqualified. All right, so go to the penalty tent, serve your 1 minute for yellow, your 5 minutes for blue, and then continue. Okay? All right. And if you have any questions about rules, Ron's going to be right here after the briefing. Okay. You're off the bike course. You did your 112 miles. You're all excited. Oh, one more thing about the bike course. Actually, two more things. Who's going to have a flat tire on Sunday? All right, we got one. All right. Our wonderful mechanics from Play Tri are going to be out there on Sunday monitoring the bike course and helping you. All right, now the only problem is there's only about 3 or 4 of them and there's 1,500 of you. So the chances of that mechanic being right next to you when you have a problem is pretty small. All right, so if you have a flat tire, and our average for this size race, 40 to 50 of you are going to have something go wrong on Sunday. All right, nobody expects it, but something's going to go wrong, and they'll find you eventually. But you need to carry a tube, carry a CO2, start changing that tire, because in most cases you can get back on the road before they even find you. All right, I had an athlete ask me, well, how will they know? I said, well, you're going to look really sad on the side of the road, and they'll find you eventually. All right. Also, you can help each other. There's nothing against the rules that said another athlete can't help another athlete change a tire. All right. So if you see somebody sad along the side of the road and you want to help them, go right ahead. The other thing about the bike course and the run course is that anytime you feel threatened by weather, get to a safe place. All right, that's really important. If you see lightning and you're scared and you think that that's coming after you, get to a safe place. All right, on the bike and the run. We also have bike cutoffs. These are in the athlete guide. Mile 47.5 at 12:58 p.m. So 2 minutes before 1 o'clock, you got to be there. If you're not, you get a van ride home, you and your bike. Mile 70, 2:35 p.m. Okay, now these are hard cuts, time of day. Okay, it doesn't matter when you start. And then the other thing is you get 10 hours and 30 minutes to finish the swim and the bike. If you go over that time, you're going to be a DNF on the tracker. Okay, same thing as the swim. If you go over 2:20 on the swim, you get DNF in the tracker. All right. Oh, also on the bike, we got a really cool challenge for you. We got the Conquer Des Moines Certified Piedmontese Beef Challenge for all age groupers. Okay, the fastest age grouper in this section, the challenge section, is going to get a free package of beef from Certified Piedmontese Beef. All right, that's really nice. Now the challenge is this: at mile 98, it's going to start, and it's going to go for 5 miles till mile 103. It's on Army Post Road. And I understand Army Post Road has got some rolling hills in it. So for 5 miles, we're going to time you guys. Every athlete in the race is going to get timed. And the fastest one in each age group is going to get the package from Certified Piedmontese. All right, so male 30-34, the fastest male 30-34 is going to win it. Female 55-59, fastest female 55-59, and so forth. All right, so if you're a really good sprinter and you're really not that good of a triathlete, go really slow for 98 miles and then sprint for 5 miles. All right, go really fast and then you can slow down again and you'll win some beef. All right, big thanks to Certified Piedmontese for that. All right, they are a wonderful title sponsor. All right, that's the bike course. When you get off your bike, again, you hand your bike to the bike catcher and you say, thank you very much for taking my bike. I never want to see it again. And then they're going to rack it for you. You're going to run and get your red bag. You're going to put your run stuff on and get all your cycling stuff in that blue bag or red bag. Give it to the volunteers and then go on the run course. 26.2 miles. It's really a cool run course. I got to ride a lot of it yesterday. A lot of it's on the bike path around the lake, and 3 loops. Okay, and 8 stations. There's 7 of them per loop, so 21 times. You're gonna get 8. Same thing. Water's always first, then the Gatorade, And then the food products, but we got lots more food on the run. We got chips and cookies and pretzels and bars, Moritine gels, also Red Bull and cola, and also chicken broth. Warm chicken broth after it gets dark. That's my favorite. Okay, and then also first aid at every aid station, Band-Aids, Vaseline, those type of things. Anytime during the race that you want to quit, get to an aid station and we'll call it in and get you a van ride home, okay? There is some run cutoffs. Mile 7.4, that's the start of your second loop. That is at 7:33 p.m. Mile 16.8, that's the start of your third loop. That's at 9:49 p.m. All right, and then everybody has 17 hours to finish the entire race based on when you started, okay? So we should have, again, everybody in by 6:15. We should be done before midnight, all right? Done before midnight, which is great. Okay. Monday morning, we're gonna have the award ceremony here at 9:30, right here on the stage, 9:30. Breakfast will start about 8, okay? We'll have a breakfast for athletes. And then 9:30 awards. Right after the awards are the slot allocation for the Ironman World Championship in Kona. That's in October, okay? October 6th and 8th. We get to have 2 races in October, all right? That's on Monday morning. Also, the merchandise tent will be open, and they'll be engraving your medals for you. If you want to bring your medal back here, they'll engrave it with your time and your name, all that good stuff. Bike checkout, try to do that on Sunday, okay? Give that checkout ticket to your family member or friend. Get that bike out, get those gear bags out. And remember, your morning clothes bag is going to be back here after the race on Sunday, all right? All right, 2 things. First time Ironman, raise your hands again. All right, your goal and everybody's goal is to get to that finish line, all right? Mike Riley is going to call you an Ironman, all right? In Tulsa, there were about 1,000 athletes. He called everybody. He never let me do one. And maybe I did one. I think he had to go to the bathroom for like a couple minutes. But he'll call you an Ironman, all right? Get through those dark moments. There are going to be some on Sunday, believe me. But get to that finish line. The only thing you can control on Sunday is your attitude, all right? You have no control over the weather. You have no control over other athletes in the race. But you do have control over your attitude. So get to the finish line. You guys worked hard, get there. All right? The other thing I want you to do, this is really important, is during your day on Sunday, I want you to look volunteers in the eye and say, thank you for helping me. Thank you for being here, all right? Do that all day long. You'll feel good about it. They'll feel good about it. Their goal is to get you to the finish line. There's 1,500 of them out there helping you. So really show your appreciation, all right? All right, tonight, 5:30, be back here for the welcome ceremony. And then right now, if you have any questions, come on up and ask. And if you want to meet Mike Riley, go over to the Fond Memories Graphics booth and meet Mike.